So, and this, of course, when the heater's working, I turn the knob up to that second black mark on the right.
Okay.
Because that's pretty warm without being that uncomfortable. And that's just kind of the range, and it's not a digital readout. So obviously you can't just set it for 104 and walk away.
Gotcha.
But generally, depending on your comfort zone with the water, right, temperature, in between the first 2 marks is where you're going to want to be.
Okay.
Anything past that mark on the right is actually like not scalding, but really, but uncomfortably warm.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, and then this is just a standard, slips it back in. Okay. I had a tarp down here. It must have gotten cleaned up when Meredith cleaned up.
That's fine. Yeah.
But again, a guy, Victor, who's worked on this, it's SwimQuip Spas, and I have their contact information. I'll email it to Jen.
Okay.
They do all the work on this, not Bronco Spas. The Bronco Spa guy is a jerk. And they'll come over there under here. They usually charge me a little bit extra because it's under the deck. I don't care. He's working his ass off to swap a heater under the deck. Yeah. Happy to give him some money.
I know some pool people as well.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And that's it. The filter, I change the filter out with each water. It's in here.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right? And it's a standard filter size. I sent it. It's this size, and I get it. You can get them from Amazon, and I'll send Jen the link as well. And then the other thing I do, because it's ozone and not chemical, is after you get out of it, right? Take not even half a cap of this, like an angled half cap.
Gotcha.
Sprinkle it in there, run it for 5 minutes after you get out, and it's golden. And if you don't happen to do that immediately, so what? Do it the next day.
Gotcha.
You're fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, this is just OxyShock. So it's like the commercial version of OxyClean. There's no detergent in it, but it's just Oxy whatever that eats away your oil. Gotcha. Because your oil is what jacks up the filter. And that's all it does.
Okay. All right, cool. Barbecue. Yeah, I know barbecues.
Well, here's the thing about this particular barbecue is I swapped out the regulator for a turkey regulator, for a turkey fryer, and so it actually gets up to about 850 degrees.
Oh, nice. So like, yeah, let's go. Okay.
But it preloads the air, so you have to shut it off from down here versus here. So you turn it on from here, and then turn these on, and then fire the burners.
And also, it'll like shock the regulator and like turn it off.
Well, what happens is
I've dealt with that.
Yeah, it'll just leak out because the regulator doesn't close, or the premix here. The regulator's here. The premix is actually up here, which is why it gets so hot. Okay. Yeah, but 850 degrees on a steak is actually pretty magnificent.
Yeah.
But that's the trick. Yeah. This will burn so much propane if you're not paying attention that this will actually frost up. It's losing gas so fast.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's how that works. Just FYI, because I don't know if anybody's used this in a while, but it's here. Please use it. You know?
Yep.
Doesn't look like anybody has. And if, like, you can see where the heat is actually bent the steel a little bit.
Yeah.
So if you guys decide you want to replace that, if you're using this a bunch and want to even this out or change it, let me know. Okay. I'll work with you on that. That's no problem. You'll be like, hey, we want to get new grates. Okay, tell me how much. Hey, $100. Hey, you're taking out the rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
That's pretty good. I want you guys to be comfortable, and whoever ends up staying here.
Yeah, I hear you. Good. Yeah, no, absolutely.
With as little interference and barking from me as possible. There's a yard person that shows up about every 2 weeks. It's mostly just leaves these days that fall out of this tree. This tree is getting a little beat up, and I'll tell you why. See this? Before I covered the deck with pavers, I planted a deep root system. So there's a grid of 6 PVC pipes about 3 feet long with holes on the bottom half that are sunk into the yard, right? And so when you water it from here, you're watering the tree deep, and it pulls the roots down.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Right?
Smart.
Which will keep them from buckling this.
Yep.
And it's past the trick so far.
Yeah, it looks.
And then the other side of it is when you unscrew this, it aerates the roots as well. So it keeps the tree pretty healthy. When I was here last, I ran it. And I have 2 of those set up, actually 3 of those set up in the front yard that don't work as well. But they still are effective at getting water down to the roots of both the magnolia and the blood orange out front. And then there's a California honeysuckle that has one as well, but I swear to God, you could pull that thing up, throw it in the street, and it would be fine. Because that thing is crazy. And I think that's it. I think that covers. I have a handyman, Jason Crutchfield, who Jen has met. He's a cool guy. He's a little weird. He's short. He's bald. He's covered in tattoos, right? And he's an odd dude, but he's hardworking. He'll call me when he gets stumped with something, right?
Yeah.
And then he'll just figure out how to fix it. So I've got him buried at the opera shop, but when he's done in the next week, he should be able to come in and bolster the fence line. I need to sink 1, 2, 3, 2 more concrete and redo the fence post because it's wooden post versus concrete and steel.
Yeah.
So that's on the books. He's just my guy that I trust, and I don't have anyone, and he's unusually busy right now. So that's scheduled, as is the roof here. This roof leaks a little bit by the skylights. I have the guy who has given me a bid, but he gave me a bid to replace it with the skylights and put new skylights in. It's like, dude, I just need a flat roof.
Yeah. Get the rain
I was
out.
like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll get that bid right back out to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I realize it knocks $800 off of already a small price, but hey, do you want it or not? And so
Flip
he's like,
on the light switch, it's fine.
yeah. And so that's there. The doors obviously aren't great, but part of one of the things that I'm going to have Jason do, right, when he gets back, is to just put in a new jack stud here, right, and tie this off so that the doors hold themselves up. And then if we get that's still not working, I'll actually add a caster to the front end of this. My ex had these doors built, and they're worthless. They're not worthless. They're nice.
They look cool. Yeah, nice and rustic. Yeah, I like it.
This side. You know, and they work.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. To do that and get these 2 working as well. Because right now they're not meeting up either. And I just don't have time to do that level of work.
Yeah, gotcha.
But that's the rundown.
Okay, all right, cool.
Hi, I know Daisy. Daisy.